Hey y'all, Shelly here with another tip for hospice nurses. So I've had several requests to talk about what I do during a death visit to assess for signs of life. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, just the assessment part, not the whole death visit. So when I'm assessing a patient for signs of life, the first thing that I do is I will auscultate for heart tones over the PMI, which is the area where that's the point of maximal impulse where you can usually feel the heart the strongest. That's where I will listen for heart tones. And that is going to be, it's going to be lateral. It's about mid-clavicular, so lateral to the sternum at about the fifth intercostal space, right around in that area. So I will listen there for 90 seconds with my stethoscope. And then I will move my stethoscope to the mid-sternal area, and I'll listen again for another 90 seconds because some people, if their anatomy is a little different or if they've had severe cardiomyopathy, you may not hear anything at the PMI where you may hear it somewhere else. So I always move over and listen for another 90 seconds. Then if I don't hear anything then, I'm going to check pulses at the carotid, the brachial, and the femoral areas. And I check the pulses each for 90 seconds, each, in each one of those areas. Then I will open the eyes and I will look for pupillary responses and see if the pupils are fixed and dilated. They're not always fixed and dilated. Well, they're usually fixed, but they're not always dilated. But I look for any type of pupillary movement. And then I will check for a corneal reflex. And so the way you check a corneal reflex is you could take like one of your swabs and just pull a little bit of the cotton out from it, leave it on the swab, but just kind of pull it out so it's sticking out, and lightly brush it over. You come in from the side over the eye. You're looking for any involuntary movement of the eyelid or any tearing of the eye, or really any kind of reaction would be a positive corneal reflex, which would be a sign of life, a sign of some kind of at least brainstem function. So if all of those are negative, then we will go on with what we do with the rest of the death visit. I do think it's important that you tell the family, this whole process takes about 7 to 10 minutes because just auscultating and palpating all of those different points takes a long time because you're doing them each for 90 seconds. And sometimes people might think it's like on TV where it's just a few seconds and it's done. So I always tell them, no, this is going to take me about 7 to 9 minutes. So they don't think that something's wrong because it is taking so long. And then I think it's very important for your sake that you document each one of these steps that you did, how long you did it, and that each step was negative. That's really important. I have a keyboard shortcut for that because I do it the exact same on every patient every time. So mine is called DV1 for Death Visit 1. That's what I know lays out everything that I checked. So I hope this tip was helpful. If you have any tips that you think would be helpful for hospice nurses, please let me know. I'd love to share them here. And remember, together we can change our world.